Don't go out. Welcome to MiSpot, where we balance, heal, and activate who we truly are. You can call me Haki. And tonight we celebrate the new moon in Virgo. And I hope this energy is feeling very flowy. If it doesn't feel like it right now, I hope that it does feel like it very soon, okay? At least throughout Virgo season. So happy birthday to all the Virgos. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. Happy birthday to all the Virgos. And yeah, let's go ahead and ground our energy. Just allow ourselves to take a few deep breaths in through our nose. Long exhales out through our mouth. Again, in through the nose, breathing in love. Exhaling fear. One more time, in through your nose. Breathing in love. And then exhaling fear. With each exhale, allow yourself to get more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. Allow yourself to scan your body from the crown of your head all the way down to the soles of your feet. And as you breathe in and out, allow yourself to feel the release of tension, any tightness, any blocks. Breathe in, love, exhale all the fear, tension, tightness. And as you allow yourself to scan your body from head to toe, and exhaling and releasing tension. As you continue to do that, bring your awareness to your feet and just feel the support of what's underneath them. Feel the connection where they meet with either the chair you're sitting in, the floor, whatever you're resting your feet upon. Just allow yourself to tune into the place of contact. And as you feel that connection with every exhale, just allow yourself to feel the energy being released through that contact. Any tension, any holding on too tight. Breathing in love. When you exhale the fear, allow those blocks to be pushed out through that contact point. And then allow yourself to see your energetic roots coming out from the bottoms of your feet, the soles of your feet. Your roots penetrate down into the earth. And as these roots go down into the earth, they also come up to your waist. allowing you to feel fully grounded and connected and supported by the earth. Allow your energetic roots between Mother Earth and your body. Allow them to be connected. The base of your spine, wrapping all the way around your waist, all the way down your legs, covering your feet, and then down into the earth. And allow your roots to wrap around the earth's core, wrap around her warm red center, and just feel her support. Allow yourself to fully rest in this space. Completely relax your body, completely relax your mind. Allow your hands and yourself to feel heavy. Just completely relaxing. And while you're in this moment, if you're looking for a message, a sign, or you're looking to receive, just allow your hands to be facing upward. Allow your palms to face towards the sky. And if you're looking for a little more stability, groundedness, more support, you may allow your hands to face downward with your palms resting on your knees or your thighs. And allow yourself to feel the reconnection to the earth. Or allow yourself to receive from the divine, the Most High, God. As you relax into this grounding, we call in our ancestors, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors connected to love, light, and closest to the sun. We ask for you to come in, protect us, fully support us as we set the intentions to celebrate this new moon in Virgo and allow ourselves to balance and heal and activate our next best self. We thank you in advance. We thank you, Mother Earth, for always being our source of grounding. It is done. You can come back to the room when you're ready. Okay. It was 9 minutes even on the clock. All right, so as you may know, new moons are for setting intentions. They're for reflecting, dreaming, manifesting. And the sign of Virgo is a sign of being detail-oriented, meticulous, routine-like, hardworking, consistent, healthy energy. Okay. Virgo is a mutable earth sign. Mutable signs are flexible, adaptable. Earth signs are grounded, practical. They could be very stable. Okay. So Virgo is a sign that seeks stability and security. Also a sign that is pretty responsible and disciplined. But being mutable allows Virgo to be flexible and able to be in flow or be able to go with change. Okay? So this moon is a good time to set intentions around making adjustments. You could be making adjustments on the dreams that you have for yourself. You could be refining some of what you have wanted to accomplish, some of your goals that you wanted to accomplish. You could be refining them, reflecting on them. You could be revisiting them and just kind of going back to things that you've wanted to achieve, things that you've wanted to accomplish. Okay? So this Virgo new moon could be supportive of those things, in various areas of the astrological wheel or various areas of life. Okay? Virgo energy to me is very, very flowing, very clear. It's a very pure kind of energy. It's almost like a Venus vibe, but Virgo. And easygoing, but diligent, consistent. Okay? So if you're looking for some of that energy, this is a great time to set intentions around that. I'll also go through the astrological signs or astrological houses for each sign as far as what house this moon is going to be impacting for each sign. And then we'll pull some cards and we'll wrap it up. So, as you know, Virgo, we're shifting into Virgo, celebrating this new moon. So everything is lining up perfectly right now, like a perfect new beginning. Virgo, the Virgo new moon is at 0 degrees, and then the sun has also shifted into Virgo at 0 degrees. So very new, fresh endings create new beginnings kind of energy. So as we like transition from Leo's bold, courageous vibes, we're going into a more grounded, kind of practical energy. It's kind of like that going back to school energy, getting back in routine, back in rhythm. Okay? Kind of getting more disciplined, more refinement, more of that purification. Definitely ritualistic. So this could also, depending on, where this Virgo moon could be impacting, a certain house or area of your life, you could definitely be being called to like step up your practices, step up your, whether it be health, it could be spiritual, it could be work related, but just kind of being encouraged to get back more into a routine or a rhythm that is going to help you make some big shifts. Like over time, being consistent with routine is going to help you make like take like a leap ahead. Okay, so you definitely want to use this energy and this time to plant and set intentions around health, getting organized, and like truly being present, being in the now, in the moment. Okay, so there, depending on, like I said, where this placement is, this energy could definitely be pulling you more into like your intuitive, eternal, internal chakra kind of energies, like those kind of gifts where you could be feeling very floaty and more like in your headspace. Or you could be feeling like this energy is making you want to go outside and reconnect to the earth, or like put your ass in the grass, or walk through the grass barefooted, or just being more out in nature. It's a very give and take, flowy kind of energy, definitely giving me balance. Okay, so that's this Virgo new moon. Virgo is also ruled by the planet Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication, information, learning, thinking, technology, social media, all things language, words. Okay, so Virgo definitely has a gift for, it could be gab, but it could be just a gift with words. Could be a good communicator or a not so good communicator. They could be someone who manipulates words pretty well, but the energy is definitely like calling for us to speak, share. It could also be prayer. It could be affirmations, but definitely using your voice. You could sing. Okay, you could be a speaker, a preacher. There's just the energy of like almost like being able to speak things into existence. You're like building your next level brick by brick. You're building like your next step brick by brick. You're very diligent, or you're being called to be diligent. Okay, and I'll share what areas of life or astrological houses you could be being called to be diligent in. The other thing that's also happening in Virgo is the South Node is in Virgo. The South Node and North Node typically stay in a sign for about 18 and a half months. It's like a year and a half, a little over a year and a half, I believe. And right now, I mean, they've been here for a while. I would have to look to see when they shifted, but the South Node has been in Virgo and the North Node has been in Pisces. So our South Node is a representation of like old patterns, habits, like karmic wounds, karmic patterns, old wounds, like your comfort zone. But this is an energy and spirits that we are meant to evolve from. We're meant to grow out of. Okay, that's what the South Node represents. So a South Node in Virgo could mean that you may have not so good patterns or bad habits around being practical, being consistent, being routine like you could be inconsistent, you could be very disorganized, you could be very tired, very drained. Your energy is not uplifted, you know when it comes to it could be communicating, it could be writing, it could be like expression, like expressing yourself. It could also even be a mental thing, like how you process information or how you think, how you talk to yourself. Okay, so that South Node in Virgo could definitely, depending on, like I said, what astrological house this could impact for each sign. This South Node in Virgo is basically telling us to release perfectionism, release control, release self-criticism in certain areas, like evolving from old patterns of communicating, old ways of thinking, becoming more disciplined, more routine, more structured, just kind of paying more attention to details. The other thing is, of course, with the North Node being in Pisces, the way that we release and evolve from this South Node wound or pattern is to be more intuitive, to tap more into our wisdom, to allow our subconscious to speak, to allow our subconscious to be more conscious. That's the energy. Doesn't that feel good? That feels good to me, to be able to bring the subconscious to the conscious. And I know for some it may not feel good. It may not feel good. And if you're someone who feels like bringing your subconscious to the conscious, or bringing it to the surface, bringing it up and out, if that is not a comfortable place, you could be being called to be more realistic, more consistent, more disciplined. There could be some things that you could be just kind of learning how to sacrifice certain things because you know the goal that you're trying to get to. So you may be learning to cut certain things off that are stopping you from being more structured, more discipline. Like the word discipline is coming out pretty heavy. I think that's that Saturn energy. Saturn is still in retrograde. I believe he'll be there, I want to say, until the end of December, but it could be November. We also have an eclipse coming up in the month of September. I'm actually pretty excited about. We won't see it from where I am, but I won't even be in the country. But yeah. So I hope that's resonating. Let's see what else I can share. With Virgo energy being like a perfectionist, with that South Node being in Virgo, it could definitely be a place where we could be a little obsessed with being right or perfect. I don't know who thinks that they're perfect, but it's definitely areas where we try to control things, releasing control, evolving from our insecurities that make us try to control things. So instead of like pouring into ourselves or turning our energy inward, we may project, and we may even try to like go help somebody else to not deal with our own stuff. So that could be a place for releasing right now, is letting go of trying to control the outcome of things. All right. Learning to accept the messy, human, imperfect version of ourselves and even others. Definitely giving shadow work. Shifting from service to sacrifice, like I was mentioning. Just going from like neglecting yourself to being more intentional, being more purposeful, more driven, more focused. Okay. Letting go of anything like that is on your mind that has you worried or doubtful, or when you're so stuck in your thoughts and in your head that you have analysis paralysis, like you're overthinking something so much that you don't move at all. That's what this energy can help us break through, but it could be playing out for until the South Node shifts out of Virgo. I'll try to get that date before we get off. Okay, we talked about routine. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else can. What are my planets? All right. Oh, so let's go to our, and see, this is why sometimes I don't go live, because I like to share my screen so I can show the people what the sky looks like. But it's all good. It's all good. So, of course, currently we are ushering in this new moon in Virgo, and we are setting intentions for balance, healing, being in flow, being present, being self-aware, but also compassionate towards others, not taking things personal, and being able to show up securely. All right. So let's see here. Let me get my houses up. So, of course, Virgo, this moon is going to be providing a clean slate for you in your first house. And your first house is your house of self, ego, career, could be purpose. Okay, your first house is kind of like a first impression. Okay, it's how people see you, how people identify you. And so with the new moon being in your first house, you could be manifesting more, could be confidence, in like who you are, confidence in expressing yourself. You could also be manifesting a new beginning. Like you could feel like you've grown up a bit. You could feel like you're more alert. You're seeing more things. Or you're being more thorough with how you're reviewing things. There could be some pride here. There could be some pride. There could be some pride in you could be a little proudful of how you look. You could also be proudful of like how you are able to shift, how you're able to walk away, turn things off, shut things down. Okay, there's a time where these types of energies are necessary. Okay, Virgo. So this moon hopefully will allow you to feel definitely more purposeful, more secure in your identity, and gives you a boost of like vitality. Like your mind feels clearer, more open, you're able to be productive, your body feels good, and you're able to continue to move around or move around even more. Okay, there's that rhythm and routine again, like process, getting in flow. All right, that's it for Virgo. So next would be Libra. Libra, this moon would be highlighting your 12th house, of the subconscious and the conscious mind. And we were talking about that earlier, where this energy with the North Node being in Pisces, we're being called to be more intuitive, trusting our intuition more, tapping more into our intuition, being more still, finding more quiet space, more quiet time, being able to connect, tap into your higher self, allowing your soul to speak. Okay? That's what this moon could be helping you to manifest, Libra, is that opening up, that lifting up your head. Okay, maybe you may need a little more pride. Maybe you could use a boost in confidence or even your self-worth. Maybe you want to be more courageous. Okay, this moon could be supporting you there. It could also be a place where like secrets or like beliefs or values could be shifted or twisted or be shifting. You could be called to reflect on your values, or could be how you value yourself, but it could also be like, I see the word secrets, but the secrets it's like the secrets I get on the individual seems to be more like that karmic pattern, like it's just like a root, it's just something you kind of do, like it's a go-to. But it also gives me like, as a collective or as a whole, it also gives me like a childhood kind of wound. I don't want to say wound, but like a childhood kind of experience. Could be a wound, but it could just be how we were raised or what we saw and what things could be buried inside of us that just run so deep that they're like subconscious, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's definitely that Pluto retrograde energy as well, with Pluto being like a transformation planet, a generational transformation planet. He comes in like he shifts a whole bloodline and will turn a bloodline into a different direction or like an elevated direction. That's what I'm getting here for Libra. Next is who is this? Scorpio. Scorpio, this moon will be highlighting your 11th house of friendships, goals, aspirations, networks, social groups. And it could be, you could be doing more communicating with your like people around you. It could be something you might be setting intentions to do is to be a better communicator. You could be finding more opportunities to communicate or to express yourself. You could, you could be just being called to be more like collaborative, more diplomatic, more creative and innovative, like more of a team player versus maybe like being by yourself or alone. Of course, this is in general, but your house of like groups of people is birthing something new, something different, something new. You could definitely be aspiring to like achieve a goal or complete a dream. You could be setting intentions around being more focused, more consistent. Consistency is a theme for sure with this energy. Yeah. All right. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this moon will be highlighting your 10th house. 10th house of career, reputation, authority. All right. It could be, you could also be being called to be more driven, more focused, more goal oriented, more like I said, disciplined and like conservative, like more safe in the areas of like, could be your reputation, could be it could be your career or like your calling, what you're being called to do. You might just be reflecting on more purpose, more meaning. You might be shifting careers or getting ready to go into a career that could be an elevation, or you're looking for something that's more meaningful. All right. I think that's it for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is just being called to, or at least you can plant a seed to have more ambition, more drive, okay, for work. And then Capricorn, this moon will be highlighting your ninth house of philosophy, travel, excuse me. It's like, higher education, philosophy, travel, higher education. It could also be, actually, is this your house? I think this is. Yeah. So some Sages, depending on, whether you're sun, moon, or rising, and what you are looking to manifest under this Virgo new moon, you could definitely be being called to be more consistent. Hold on a second. 12, 11, 10. No, Capricorn. My bad. We're done, Sagittarius. Capricorn. This moon will be highlighting your, what, Kisa? Ninth house. Got it. Capricorn. This moon is highlighting your ninth house of philosophy, travel, and higher education. You could be feeling pretty good in this space. You could be feeling pretty optimistic. You could be feeling, excited, or like it's a new adventure. This moon could be opening up a new opportunity. It could be manifesting just a more aligned mindset, or you're opening yourself up more, whether even if it's through travel. You're like you're expanding from like the inside out. You're just becoming, there's an awareness maybe you're paying more attention to how you kind of operate. Excuse me. Like you could be studying yourself in a way. It's like the more that you're moving forward, of course, you're gaining more like wisdom. Okay. Aquarius, this moon is highlighting, what was that, 9, 8? It's highlighting your 8th house. Yeah. Your 8th house of transformation, rebirth. It is the house of death. But endings create new beginnings. It's also a place of a house for like intimacy, passion, investments, like what you're putting into something. It's a little it's a transformation for sure. So this moon could be manifesting an opportunity for you to level up, an opportunity for you to shift into a more elevated position, something that you may really enjoy, you're passionate about, or you've had your eyes on for a while, or maybe you've been studying something, and you can set an intention under this new moon in Virgo to be practical about that, to be realistic, to be diligent, consistent with it. Okay. All right, Aquarius. Pisces, this moon will be highlighting your 7th house. Okay, this moon is in opposition to you at the moment. This is your moon sign, possibly, but at the moment, Pisces and Virgo are sister signs. So Pisces could be feeling this energy because the moon carries that emotional, behind the scenes, behind closed doors, how you feel kind of energy. Like when you're alone, or when you're with family, or when you're like really comfortable, like how you're really feeling. And you could be, it could be highlighting some places where you may not be disciplined, you may not be really thinking logically. You could be being called to be more discerning, using more wisdom, more discipline. It's something like at home, like some things you're doing at home. Yeah, like it's kind of like an energy of like watch. Okay, so this moon is highlighting Pisces 7th house. Okay, the 7th house is the house of, I don't know, I probably didn't say this, the house of partnerships, contracts, hidden enemies, or public enemies, right? That's the 7th house. The 7th house also carries like a persuasive, like beauty, like it gives like kind of like a lusty kind of energy. And then being with this moon and this south node, something has to shift. It's like a and this is like, it could be Pisces sun, moon, or rising, depending on what you are trying to accomplish or what you want to focus on right now. But it's like you have to make some changes at home. I don't even know what that means, but I mean, I know what it means, but you have to make some changes at home. You are being given a clean slate to like do something new, different, break a pattern, break a cycle. Maybe it's something you want to accomplish in your home or for a home. It could be a moon that's kind of like showing and exposing like who's really on your side, who's really loving you, who's around you that's not really for you. and who is, or it's going to be showing you who is for you. You could be going into like a new contract. I'm getting like conversation, like back and forth, like negotiation kind of energy. Something's gonna be, you're gonna evolve. As long as you are going with the energy and not against the energy, you can evolve, or you will evolve out of this like pattern, wound, something that is like stopping you from being consistent, something that's stopping you from being, from like either communicating, expressing, thinking clearly, stopping you from learning, stopping you from like moving forward. You could be called to release control on some things. There could possibly be some self-criticism, like some like self-talk, like how you're talking to yourself. This one's going to probably be big for Pisces and probably for Virgo. The other earth signs, or Virgo is a mutable earth, so the mutable signs could also be feeling this energy, where you could need to release control, like kind of the same thing. You might be criticizing yourself, or just not, you may have like negative self-talk. Releasing perfectionism, the need to, like I said, I get more like the need to be right. Okay. All right, moving on. Aries, this moon will be highlighting your sixth house, the sixth house of health, daily routines, service, practicality, analytics, work. Okay. Definitely Virgo energy. Okay. Definitely Virgo energy here with this sixth house. Your sixth house. So I'm looking back and forth. So there could be some studying, some learning. It could be some learning of more about ourselves. You could be tracking. You could be tracking calories. You could be keeping a food diary or journal. You could be tracking like steps. So there's a encouragement here for Aries to continue to stay in your routine, focusing on your health, your body, your mental, like seeking balance. Yeah, balance and consistency. Taurus, this new moon will be highlighting your fifth house of creativity, romance, childhood, change. Yeah. So this moon could be allowing you to manifest romance. It could be allowing you, you could be manifesting a new baby. It could also be a baby, like a creative baby, you know. You're definitely being like, I got like, pay attention to the details, even in your creations. Like, don't be too hard on yourself, but like, think it through. Don't be afraid to dig into the details. Like, sometimes the devil's in the details. So you could be being this could be creating an opportunity for you to move further into purpose, or like more comfortable and confident in yourself and who you are. Okay, that's it for Taurus. Gemini, this moon will be highlighting your fourth house of home, family, roots, foundation. It's like your protection, your emotional environment, like how you are nurtured and loved on. So you could be manifesting more loving, like, home base. You could be definitely strengthening your family bonds, like your bloodline. You could be like nurturing, creating, and excuse me. Like there's emotion. It, it's a flowy feminine energy, and when I say feminine, I mean more like fertile, like flowy. Could definitely be baby related, but it could be birthing something too. But for the most part, it's like building something, building a family, building a home, building upon something, creating something. Okay, so you could be looking for, more help with your daily routines, how you stay in shape, or how you need to keep your mind clear, or how you need to be loved on. You could be definitely learning how to express your needs. Okay. You could also be just kind of leaning more in your own emotions, becoming more grounded, rooted, and more like feeling more comfortable and confident in your own feelings, and possibly be expressing those feelings. All right. That's it for Gemini. Cancer, this new moon will be highlighting your third house of communication, siblings, short trips. Could also be social media. Or is social media really? Okay. And so, sorry. You there's some communicating of emotions here too with cancers. Yeah. Yeah. There's a expression. Hmm. Yeah. we're definitely being called to like balance our energy, like through like intentionally, like recognizing when we have to go up and when we have to go down, knowing when to hold them, knowing when to fold them. That's the energy. Like, it's, I don't feel like chaotic is the right word because it doesn't feel crazy. It's more like a perfect storm, or organized chaos. It's just that the energy is strong. It's strong. It's like intense. It's powerful. Like it makes you want to go lay down. It makes you want to go take a nap. It's draining, right? It's draining. It's pulling on you. You can feel it. All right, Leo. Leo, this moon will be highlighting your second house. Your second house of love, values, possessions, finances, what you rely on, how consistent you are. What makes you assertive? What allows you to pioneer through things? What discipline, what routines, what practical ways or things could you do to either be more courageous, maybe increasing your value, more loving? Yeah. What you could do to make yourself maybe feel better about yourself, like how you look or how you present yourself. It could be how you come off, because its values are here too. So it could be like, you may be looking at what values you are showing people that you have or don't have. Yeah, you could just be noticing some things that you want to shift or change. Okay, that's it for the astrology. All right, the planets are where they are. Let me see, can I tell you if something's happening soon? Um, so this week. So, oh yeah, so on Monday, the 25th, Venus moves into Leo. Venus and Leo, like I said, it's like the planet of love, beauty, money, is moving into courage, pride, what's another one? Courage, pride, charisma. So we could be feeling very confident in love. The energy could be making us attractive, more attractive. So it could be some high vibrational, high energy or intense energy coming in the love or beauty and money areas. Leo's going to make you happy to have Venus going through his sign. Venus always brings love wherever she goes. And going through Leo, she's going to amplify that bravery, that nobleness, that honorability. Okay, so you're gonna that energy, of course, depending on where Leo is in your chart, but you're probably gonna be feeling pretty good. You're gonna be feeling like you're sitting on a high horse. Okay. Yeah. And what else? I think that's it for August. Yeah. So Venus will be moving into Leo. Let's see, anything else I missed or didn't talk about before we pull some cards? Mm, yeah. This energy is like calling us to kind of reflect and see what ways do we sabotage ourselves? What self-sabotaging ways do we have? How do we tear up things for ourselves before they can tear us up? Or before, whatever the case is. But where do we self-sabotage? All right, let's get to it. I'm only going to read one. I have 4 decks. I'm only going to read one card from each deck. Remember last time? Look, there's that Leo energy. Remember last time we had don't let pride get in your way. Holy Spirit, ancestors of divine love and healing light, please protect us as we download the messages for our best and highest good. Anything that's not for our best and highest good, please close the door. In the name above all names, amen. I'm a little sleepy, my eyes are hurting. Right. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. Confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. We just had a new moon in Leo, right? Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. That's more that confirming, like, call on your wisdom, your intuition, like tap in. Be encouraged to tap in. Bottom of the deck, you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. The energy is here. So I'm getting a little heart chakra, maybe some solar plexus. So love and like ambition and intuition. All right, I think let's read Believe in the Impossible, or confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. Let's read Believe in the Impossible. That was the first one out. Blue moon. Blue moon is page 112. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. It was focused and now it's not. Oh, there we go. Oh, sweet. All right. And as the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe. whether you're asking about, whatever you're asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, this is a rare opportunity before you. It's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. Attune to the moon. I'm lucky! Exclamation point. Additional meanings. Miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. This situation is unlikely to repeat. The teaching. There are usually 3 full moons between each equinox and solstice, and vice versa. Sometimes, though, we get 4 full moons in a single season. When that happens, the third of the season's full moons is called a blue moon. At least that was the original definition of a blue moon. These days, it's popular to use the blue moon for the second full moon in any calendar month that has 2 full moons. So the confirmation here was like some of that closing out, like a one-off, right? But learning how to like express what we need, and then also being compassionate about those that are around us. Like even like recognizing who's for us, who's on our team, who's not, who's around us that's phony, or it could even be people like people live with, who you live with or something. We were talking about believing, or like going back to our goals, going back to our dreams, like recognizing that we have the power to still make those things happen. And it's like just knowing what you're capable of, what you can do. Is a saying that says, if you don't think that you can, you're correct. And if you think that you can, you're correct. Like it's okay for us to like know our limits, to know what we can and can't do. Right? So we're definitely being pulled and called back to our dreams. So definitely a good time for meditation. It's also a good place for shadow work. Inner child healing would be, that could be possible for some folks depending on certain wounds or certain placements in the charts or in your natal chart. But yeah. Stay confident, okay? Oh, and look, I just said the meditate. We already knew this was out here, but I forgot. But the meditate and contemplate card is out here. And that Pisces energy we were talking about with the North Node, it's like we're being called to be discerning, use wisdom. Use wisdom. All right, so let's go to, I'll do a soul's journey. Then we'll do a Rumi, and then a number, and then we're done. All right. Confidence is your key to success. So I knew this Leo season was going to be very powerful. That Mercury retrograde was crazy because you might have gotten like some revisiting. It could be like communication. You could have gotten some communication confirmed. It could also have been like people or like conversations from the past resurface, like that kind of stuff. 8:15 is on the clock. There we go. Judgment. This card came out last time. I'm almost positive. Because I think when I opened the box, the Judgment and Balance card were still on top of the deck. All that shuffling and Judgment still came out. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Service on the bottom. I feel good when I can help others. That's that healer's energy. But like you're learning like to leave people where they are, like you're recognizing like that everybody can't go. You're recognizing that people have to find their own way. That's the energy I get here. So it's like you can't save everybody. Like some people don't want to be saved, right? And that's fine. That's their prerogative. All right, come on, Judgment. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yeah, come on. Anyway. All right. We are all spirit. We are all the same. It's only the roles we have chosen to play here on earth that make us seem different. The biggest lesson you have chosen to learn is to love. There are so many situations in this physical dimension that it is possible to incarnate into. But the core lesson is to look past these illusions and see yourself in everyone. Each soul has chosen its own struggles, and your task is not to judge how someone goes about overcoming these obstacles, but to assist that soul. Spirit has given you the tools of compassion and empathy to help you see through the eyes of those who appear different. Your ego has taught you that making other people feel insignificant or inferior will allow you to feel better about yourself. That is an illusion. By diminishing others, you diminish yourself. Always learn to follow the golden rule. I will treat others as I would like to be treated. Everyone in your life is here to teach you something about yourself. Accept the lesson with love and understanding. Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. That's for the big hearts and the healers out there. Guilty, okay? Myself included, honey. All right, come on in here, Rumi, and then we're gonna do a angel number, and we're gonna say good night. All right. Stay tapped in, okay? Stay tapped in. There's a whole lot going on to distract us. There's a whole lot going on to get us to get emotionally imbalanced, triggered, all the things. So as we go further into technology, as we go further into AI, being able to keep a healthy mental headspace is going to become more and more important, and it's going to require more and more effort. We're going to have to be very intentional with clearing our minds, finding ways to clear our minds, finding ways to push and remove blockage and energy, like blocks and sickness in our bodies, like moving that energy out. That's going to become more and more important. And that's exactly what's happening in the cosmos right now, is this calling us to be more practical and be more routine like. And that's in every aspect of life, right? That's in every area. It could be mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually. You want to be able to balance yourself. You want to be able to make sure that all of it from head to toe is balanced out. And it is a constant, I don't want to say struggle, but it's a constant work in progress. All right, Divine Mother manifest. Yes. Divine Mother manifest. Number 15, break it down to a 6. 6 also being the number for Virgo. Virgo rules the 6th house. Bottom of the deck, Blood Angel. Interesting. Number 7. 6, 7, 15. Divine Mother manifest. I got a feeling this is going to be good. Literally what we need under this new moon in Virgo. Okay. Oh, you living in the world of 6 directions, accept the gloom and accept the bliss. For those seeds buried in the ground will one day grow into fruitful orchards. Rumi. We share her, this divine mother, you and I. We are her precious children. We are born through her love, and she shares in our losses and our gains, our tragedies and our triumphs. Her hair forms the galaxies, her thoughts become the stars. The sun is her own warmth, and her breath is felt upon the earth, causing the roar of the ocean waves. Her voice is heard in the call of the whales and the thrill of the birds. She is all, nurturing life into existence. She is in my reaching for you, and she is in your acceptance of my divine hand. She is all, this great lady. Nothing lies outside of her sphere of influence and power, compassion and grace. That includes you and your dreams, great and small, my angel of love. This oracle comes to you via the sacred grace and mercy of the Divine Mother, who is the great manifesting expression of divinity. All that is created, all that is made manifest without exception, flows from her being. This is why it is safe to trust in life, even most especially the inexplicable mystery and even the darkness that may give rise to fear and judgment within us all. Look at that. It is all part of her unfathomable workings. So we pray for light, we pray for love, we honor and live our lives with its mysteries, with as much integrity as we can muster. But beyond that, it is best to participate in this life with much less certainty than the mind would have us believe necessary for inner peace. Inner peace doesn't come with understanding, it comes with trusting. Can we understand a star or a galaxy? Perhaps not. Yet we can choose to trust in its beauty and beingness, and from it derive great energy, hope, and inspiration. The ways of the Divine Mother are not to be judged by our limited standards, rather than can be witnessed, experienced, and received. What a relief to not need to understand. What a relief to simply live with trust and know that everything will work its way out. Through those wise ways of the Divine Mother, there is a gift headed to you now. Will you receive it? That gift is one of manifestation. Something you have been working towards, growing into, loving and dreaming of, perhaps for a very long time, is finally coming to fruition. Perhaps you have caught a sniff of the aromas from the divine kitchen, and know the meal is nearly ready and it smells delicious. Or perhaps you have already been a curious and naughty angel. You've poked your head through a door to the divine dining room, only to be captivated by the candlelight dancing in reflection upon gleaming silverware and the subtle sounds of crystal goblets and finest china being laid down upon an exquisite dining table. Or maybe, dearest one, you have absolutely no clue what is about to happen. With your thoughts and attention so often turned to the past or future, you have yet to realize what is coming to life for you this moment. Perhaps you will not gain any advance notice. You will instead run smack into the middle of a dinner party hosted in your honor, and perhaps even feel unprepared, wondering if it's this morning's yoga attire is suitable for such a grand occasion. You are being asked to receive this gift completely and utterly, whether you feel sufficiently worthy or not, or appropriately and readily attired. It is time, and the bestowal of this gift is as it should be. Whether it seems to be in the best form or how it should be according to your opinion or the opinions of others, it is as the Divine Mother has accorded it to be. She has her wild ways, of course, and oftentimes her workings in the world are, to put it mildly, downright unfathomable. Yet somehow all things, all creations, all of life, her every working serve love. You are one of her creations, and so is the imminent manifestation of your own heart truths. Live it, love it, receive it completely. It is yours and meant to be so. This oracle comes with additional guidance for you. No matter whether or not things appear to be working out, they are. And you are held in the loving protection of the Divine Mother to keep you from straying from your highest path and divine destiny. There is work here for you to do upon this planet in your own unique way. It is the work of the Divine Mother, the work of love. So then, allow her to care for you, even if you wonder what the heavenly minx is up to at times. There's some confirmation here. Manifesting, of course, expression, flow, safe to trust life, the inexplicable mystery, and even the darkness that may give rise to fear and judgment within us. And we got the judgment card. Understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And that was also confirmed towards the end. We pray for light, we pray for love. Inner peace doesn't come with understanding, it comes with trusting. We trust that the universe is just as beautiful as they tell us, right? The Divine Mother cannot be judged by our limited standards. She has to be witnessed, experienced, and received. Judgment again. What a relief to not need to understand. That felt really good. So it's going with it. Flow, Virgo. That's that energy of just being in it. Even with the Divine Mother, that's that Virgo energy through and through. You have the gift of manifestation. I was talking about that. Knowing our power. Knowing our power. I think that came up in one of the signs. The gift of manifestation, that whatever or something we've been working towards, growing into, loving, or dreaming of is coming to fruition. It's like you can feel it. I actually put it in my notes on Instagram. I can feel it in the air. That's a Beanie Siegel song. I can feel it in the air. I actually like the confirmation of the shadow work when she was talking about maybe you could smell the aroma from the kitchen, or maybe you've already been a curious and naughty angel where you've poked and looked like you peeked in somewhere. That brought up that shadow work, and even the inner child healing. talked about candlelight, dancing on silverware. I've been going out to dinner. It's restaurant week. And yeah, the food has been amazing. Went to dinner tonight, and there was an issue with silverware, like just kind of some of those things. Yeah, dinner party. All right, and then when we got over here, there was another confirmation. It said that she has her wild ways, once again, shadow work, or shadow side. Downright unfathomable. I literally wrote down earlier, unfuckwithable. Where's my book? Unfuckwithable. Hold on. Like when these things happen. Is it in here? It might be in this other one. I wrote that down. It's probably it. In my journal. I can feel it in the air. Just give me a second. I just want to see. Because I wrote down some keywords. Unstoppable, unfuckwithable, and get what you want. Self-actualized. That's this energy right now. Knowing our power, knowing what we're capable of, knowing who we are, knowing what we give, what we bring. All right. No matter whether or not things appear to be working out, they are. That's the scripture. Everything works out for good to or for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. I believe that's Romans 8:28. All things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. You are held in the loving protection of the Divine Mother to keep you from straying from your highest path and divine destiny. There's still work to be done. Here it is. There is work here for you to do upon this planet in your own unique way. And we got that on the judgment card as well. Okay? See the confirmation? Judgment. Your own unique way. So allowing ourselves to realize that we all have our own path. And it's through love. I've always been kind of, at least for the last couple years, are we choosing to love ourselves in the moment? Or are we choosing to show up for others in the moment? Are we choosing to have self-compassion, or are we choosing to have compassion for others? It's always it's about balance. You can't be too far in either direction. Okay? It's going to always require one or the other. All right. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Got that blood angel on the bottom. I don't even want to know what she came here to say. For real. I'm going to leave her where she is. Okay. All right. Let's pull some angel numbers. And we will wrap it on up. All right. Oh, these bad boys are already jumping out. One more. Nice. Okay. Gotta get that whole deck, y'all. Gotta get the whole deck. All right, sweet. First card out, 0330, lucky shirt. Love, peace, hope, and optimism. Transferring responsibility to others, progress, creativity. Yes. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. Come on, communication. Okay? That's that Virgo, Gemini energy. All right, 333. A lot of threes out here. Support, growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, talents. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inward. Work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. 333, support. Threes are definitely alignment of mind, body, spirit, Holy Trinity, Father, Son, Spirit. And then 0808, swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcomes. You will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps forward, achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. Listen, I think that's the one right there. All right, always go within so you never go without. I love you, but God loves you more. And over here, we stay connected to the ones who sit high, look low, and see everything. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night, and I'll see you next week.